Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example, right? Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He gets this one to Boyd. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Blake Gillikin on a punt here as he'll send this one away. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Here's Newton. The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Evan Ingram with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Dolphins 14. Saints nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Open man is the tight end Troutman. 7 yards, the pickup there. So Tua making the completion there. What's different about playing a left-handed quarterback like him? And specifically, I guess, what does this defense need to try and take away?
I'll take the first part that you asked about being left-handed. We've got to find out if he can move to his right and still continue to be accurate. So I want to push him in that direction and see if he can get his body squared around and make those throws that he's used to making. The next part is he's a dart thrower. Loves those short to intermediate routes first. Sit on those and make him throw the deep ball. Not that he's not capable, but you want him to prove it to you first.
On 2nd down, Tua. Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Mike 5, 20.
Out of the gun, Newton. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down, Newton. He'll dump this one off to Bowden, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Newton. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Second down and goal. Newton, touchdown! Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. 21-0 our score after 1.
Dolphins 21, Saints nothing.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Newton on first down. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Newton. They'll check this one down to Bowden, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins! Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 28-0.
Saints nothing.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Returning it, John Ross. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tua. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Tua's throw there into the hands of Ross. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the 36, Tua. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jalen Phillips make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. Open man is Ross, complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Completes it to Evan Ingram. 30, past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Tua now on first down. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Christian Wilkins. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Gun. 56. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, check.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Right back to Waddle, and this time he's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Gun. Right there, 56. I got you, punk. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Stop your whining.
Now Newton. And Ingram holds it in. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Tua. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about it.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Newton finds his tight end Ingram.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Newton. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
At the 43-yard line.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Here we go. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. You go, night, night.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Throw left side, complete to Ross. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
Come on. Single receiver. Hey.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Dancing to his left. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they're looking for him.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Peyton Turner able to record his 5th sack of the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Another try after the first down sack. Newton in trouble in the ball, and it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now. We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. To a hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Right there, 56.
On first down, Newton. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Get that ball. Mike 5. It's just me.
Here's Newton. He'll dump this one off to Bowden, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Rush in. Great.
Throwing is Newton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Newton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I would bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tua now on first down. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Jalen Phillips in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever. From the gun, it's Tua. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Coming after you. Mike 5. Mike 5.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Mike 5. Mike 5.
Now it's Newton. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Gun. 20.
Out of the gun, Newton.
They'll check this one down to Bowden, complete.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
24 yards the gain there, another first down as well.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike 5. Mike 5.
Coming to you. 5's the mic. 5's the mic. Big stop. Big stop.
Throwing again is Newton.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike 5. Mike 5. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
5's the mic.
Newton now to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. The coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Christian Wilkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Let's get off the field.
Another try after the first down sack. Tua. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
I got you, boy. I got you.
Back to throw, Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Tua going to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. 2 to throw again. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 65-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Ricky. 5-5. You got nothing in there. You got nothing. Gun. Say it. 20.
Now the man from Kentucky, this is Lynn Bowden. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 35-yard line.
Gun.
Throwing here, Newton. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.